Hey everybody, what's up? Hope you guys are all doing great. Just wanted to jump on today and talk about a few things. Processes, right? I mean, how many of you have heard processes equal profit? I lived it. I ran a business without processes, and I ran a business with processes. So I know the differences that it makes, right? And it's super important. It's actually crucial for efficiencies, consistency, and scalability. The top three ways to start establishing processes in your business are: number one, identify core business processes. Do an assessment and documentation. Identify the core processes within your business that are already happening that aren't documented. This could include sales, marketing, customer service, product development, and financial management. You're already doing the things. You just have to look at it and see what the step-by-step is and document it. Document the workflows. For each, identify the process, document step-by-step workflow. In the descriptions, include who is responsible for each task, what tools and software are used, and specific protocols and guidelines to follow. That way, it's a step-by-step document that people can follow to get their task done. Prioritize critical processes. So like, what's the most important processes, right? Like, is taking out the trash an important process? Yeah, it can be. Otherwise the trash gets smelly. And it can be as simple as that, guys. Like, you can do a process for anything. You don't have to get so bogged down by, how do I create this process, or where do I start? What do I look at? You got to go in and just identify where. The best thing for me is, when I had a frustration, I realized, okay, if this happens again, is it going to frustrate me? If the answer is yes to that, then I would say, okay, I don't want it to frustrate me anymore, so I'm going to build a process around this. Once you build that process, now if it happens again, there's no more frustration. You just go to your process and say, hey, this is what you did. Very simple, right? We can get so crazy about these. At least I did when I first started rolling out processes in my business. Now it just comes easy. At first, I didn't know where to start. And again, it can be just simple, but start somewhere. That's the key. Start with SOPs. Develop SOPs for your key processes. Provide a standardized set of instructions to help ensure consistency and quality in the task of execution. Manuals and guidelines. We called it the Bible. If there was something that went wrong or happened, you resorted back to the Bible. You referenced what you would do if that thing happened, right? Now, there were certain things that I gave my general manager and my managers. They had a list of things where they brought me in on. Everything else was resort back to the SOPs. That is how I ran it. It ran really smoothly for me. And quite frankly, after some time and getting that implemented, the phone calls stopped happening, the emails stopped happening, the messages, office communication to me stopped happening as much. And quite frankly, the business ran itself. Automation. If there's something in your business that you can automate, that will really help. That is a process, right? You may want to consider not automating things that you don't do well, or if you don't have a good process to it. But if there's something while you're building these processes that you could automate, that's really going to speed up things for you tremendously as well. There's tools and software. AI is a fantastic tool. If you're not using it, you should really look into it. Training and integration. This was huge for us. Our onboarding process used to consist of, hey, here's the keys to a truck, go do plumbing. We then did a very, very deep onboarding process where we literally, it was a full 2 days in the office going through what we expected. Then it was a ride along with guys learning our processes that way. Then it was go out and try it. That worked really well for us. Before we had that, it was not very good. So again, processes equal profit. You want to really move your business along and have it run by itself. This is an absolute must. You have to have these things in place. Otherwise, you're never going to get the time that you want. And the business is always going to rely on you for answers. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. If you want more information on this, I have a ton of resources that I've used in my own businesses, as well as I keep going back and refreshing and getting new information and rebuilding these things out for myself. Hit me up. I'd love to jump on a call with you and talk about this more. So anyways, talk soon. Thanks.